This is PTR Radio with Mike the Ape Man.
If I ever had a child, I would be bringing chastity belts back like you would not believe. Get a card from the doctor so he can walk through metal detectors at school with no problem. Or she, listen to me, if it's a she, fucking card for the staples that the doctor's going to put in and the catheters so she can pee. Wow. Happy 18th birthday. Your staples can come out.
And now, live on the fabulous interweb, PTR Radio. This is PTR Radio.
Good evening, everybody. It is PTR Radio here on the fabulous interweb.
Fabulous.
It is just a duo show tonight. It's just the two of us, Mike.
It's two.
In
fact, I started messaging you to say, we got to load the messenger interface. But, yeah, most of the people that write in probably are not listening tonight. So
I don't know that they went with Colin.
Oh, that's true.
They might be here.
Okay.
So, yeah, we should load that just on the off chance that they are actually listening.
Possibly.
So, and there's actually a chance that Colin might be listening in the airport. He said that he would try.
That's right, because he's leaving tonight.
Yeah, he's leaving on a jet plane. We don't know if he'll be back again. All right.
If he sticks around to the movie reviews, he may not come back.
He may decide not to come back after all. We will have that towards the end of the show. So the last half hour of the show is when we do our double feature movie review, a segment we do every single time on the radio show. And
yes, Colin is listening.
All right. Well, there you go. So welcome to
Colin. Run through the airport and just scream, "Bye, listen to PTR Radio!"
So if you want to get, find out how well Homeland Security likes that. So if you want their TSA or, TSA is a division of Homeland Security, right?
Sure.
Okay. Why not? We'll say
whatever.
Yeah. If you want to get in touch with the show, it's 217-787-0232. We have updated our screen so that you got the new number in front of you. We did that right before we went live because nothing like preparation for this show. But we've got a lot of things to discuss, actually, Mike. We've been busy with things and topics.
Yes.
We did not want to run out. Normally I know we depend on Colin. I mean, he is the mouthpiece of the show.
He is.
People tell me all the time, I really wish Colin would just shut up and let you guys talk. But, we decided, hey, since we don't have that crutch, we should get some topics.
Let's see where this shows up. Okay. Yeah, okay.
So
I don't even know how to respond to that.
Well, we're not making any autistic jokes, that's for sure.
We absolutely are not.
No. The two things we know is autism is real and vaccinations cause them. That's the two things we definitely know.
We? No. Not we.
Okay, chemtrails cause them.
The first one? Yes. The vaccination one? This is a very touchy subject for me because somebody posted up a meme that a 35-year-old person has had the same amount of vaccines in their lifetime as a 5-year-old child. And I wanted to say, wow, there are so many ways that this could go sideways and be interpreted differently.
Wait a second. That's not right. Because don't we get boosters?
Well, okay.
Aren't you supposed to get, tetanus shots and,
Well, yes. But, okay, so here are my questions, though. One, does that mean that the adults have not gotten any vaccines? Or we just got all the same ones? Possibly. Does that mean that they've come up with new vaccines that if they had them when we were kids, we would have gotten them?
Yeah.
Maybe, but they can't answer that.
I mean, I know now, if you're elderly, you can get the shingles vaccine.
Yeah.
That seems like it just came out 5 years ago. I never heard about it before that now.
They got a vaccine for the human papillomavirus.
Well,
right?
they've got one for, was it breast cancer or cervical cancer now for girls?
Well, no, the HPV vaccine can reduce the risk of cervical cancer.
Yeah, reduce the risk, yeah.
But they did just say on the news that they found that they've had and I didn't put this link in
by the way
today, but
full disclosure, we are not doctors.
No, we are not. They posted an article. I don't remember exactly what type of cancer it was, but they found a vaccine that had a 100% success rate in mice. And I said, that's great. But I also remember that is how the movie I Am Legend started, was that the cancer vaccine had 100% efficacy. And I know I got that word wrong, and I really don't care.
You mean efficiency?
Well, effectiveness.
Okay. Efficiency.
Sure.
Yeah.
I guess. Whatever. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. It was good 100% of the time.
Yeah. Until it wiped out the entire human race. Except for Will Smith and a handful of other people.
Yeah.
So, but that's how the movie started. They found a cancer vaccine that was 100% effective. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You got to be careful about these things. Because, I remember a Star Trek The Next Generation episode.
Why the hell do you have a Bic lighter?
It was on my desk. All right, this is the one Monday I haven't had to clean off my desk because Colin wasn't coming. So it's a shithole. So that's what it is. It's like, why do I have these on my desk?
Okay,
but I do.
So here we go. So yes, sometimes the vaccines do wear out. That's why you have to get boosters.
Yep.
There's a new shingles vaccine that has been strengthened. Yes. Okay.
Oh, I like stronger shingles.
Yes, the HPV vaccine is also for boys to help prevent the spread because if I remember correctly, boys can be carriers, but they don't necessarily see effects of the disease, although they might. I don't know. Maybe that's what turns them into zombies. Who the hell knows? But it's a vaccine that they didn't have when Shaggy and I were growing up. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, we would have it, and we still could get it. They didn't have flu shots when we were growing up. Do they count?
Oh, no, they didn't have flu shots. Are you kidding me? Do you remember chickenpox parties?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, when somebody had chickenpox. Come, everyone here.
Bring your kids.
Worship the child. Yes. Because you want them to get chickenpox early.
Let me bring my baby and rub them on your face. That was a thing.
Good Lord. Yeah.
It's difference between then and now, right? Okay. And I know we're not that old, all right? But sometimes I feel that old. Now, I was having a discussion at church with the worship arts minister. All right. Basically the guy in charge of the band. Okay. That's this guy's role. Okay. And he was asking about, something, I don't know. But anyway, the words that came out of his mouth was, well, who knows? All right. And that's the important part here is he said, well, who knows? All right. My response to that was, well, only the shadow knows. Okay. Now, Mike, you know what I mean by that. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mama Blair knows what I mean by that. All right. Colin knows what I mean by that. This kid looked at me like I had a pie for a hat. All right. That's the way he looked at me. And and it was that ridiculous. And I'm like, you don't know who the shadow is, do you? And he goes, no. And I said, well, there was a time when we didn't have television. Hi, Teresa. I'm like, now it wasn't my time, but I still enjoy things from that time when we had these things called radio shows where it was, there was multiple radio shows.
Radio show was the original podcast that you could not fast forward, rewind, or repeat.
Yeah. And it was the original soap opera. It was the original sitcom. It was, you name it. It started with radio shows. All right. Little Orphan Annie was a radio show. And I said, I actually mentioned to him, I'm like, one of my favorites is called The Bickersons. And he goes, the who? I said, it's The Bickersons. I'm like, think of The Honeymooners. And he goes, the who? I'm like,
The Honeymooners. That was Cedric the Entertainer movie, right? I'll punch you in the face, boy.
And I'm like, okay, how about I Love Lucy, Desi Arnaz and Lucille Ball? Well, I've heard of them, but I don't really know who they are. Oh, God. We have nothing in common. There is no common ground that I can build with you now.
What is the band leader's official title?
He is the worship arts minister.
Worship arts minister. Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Worship Arts Minister, you need to go watch a movie called Noises Off. Then maybe you'll understand everything.
Yeah. I was going to go with Al and Peggy Bundy next. but this is a church, so I didn't think Married with Children would be appropriate. And so I said, how about Homer and Marge Simpson? Have you heard of them? And he goes, well, I've heard of them, but I really am not a Simpsons person. Like, it's been running for over 20 years, and you're not, and you all you know, never mind, go back to your band, go play something. Go play the same, lyrics 20 times. Go ahead. That's what you do. We're not going to find anything that we match on here. I can't give you, I couldn't say Ross and Rachel. I couldn't say,
There we go.
You can get it without Wi-Fi. Yeah.
That's right.
Cause the phone's got the chips in it, Eric Estrada's talking about the chips in the phones in the PSAs.
Right.
Nobody knows who Eric Estrada is either.
So it looks like we got about 10 more minutes with the Blair family before they have to start boarding. So
yes, they have they get the priority gold member status because they're frequent flyers.
So let's talk about since they're going somewhere. We have a story related to this.
Earlier,
and I swear to God, it wasn't me, people.
No.
And if you read the article, you'll see it. New Jersey man told Disney greeters he'll blow the place up.
Yeah, stupid New Jersey man is what the headline should have read.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because in today's world, you don't joke. Orange County Sheriff's deputies arrested 56-year-old Gregory Laserchick on Tuesday on a charge of making a false bomb threat. An arrest report says Laserchick made the threat on July 21st at Saratoga Springs Resort as employees were asking guests about their day and then told them he wasn't joking. News outlets reported later admitted to saying something about Al-Qaeda when deputies spoke to him, but he said he didn't remember exactly what he said. He was remorseful and apologetic. No bomb-making materials were found in his room.
His sister later said he had a head injury, sometimes says inappropriate things. No, a head injury will not make you threaten to blow stuff up.
No.
Okay?
Or just say Al-Qaeda. That is the weirdest Tourette's ever. All right?
Absolutely not. Okay, if you say so. Eric Estrada sold land in Arkansas. Sure.
Whatever.
Hey, listen, everybody's got to make ends meet.
Hey, the Chips reboot movie wasn't that great.
Oh, dear Lord, it was terrible.
My wife thinks it was good.
How has that not made it to the list yet? We should do an 80s remake double feature review of Baywatch
and Chips.
And Chips. Why not?
Hey,
I haven't hated myself.
You know what that is? That's Friday night at Casa de Shaggy. All right.
Yeah,
those are my wife's big movies, man.
I'm saying other places throw you in jail. They just ban you. Oh, no. Look, I am waiting for the day that Colin gives us the inside story on Disney jail.
Yes.
Because I'm sure it exists. I am absolutely positive. Maybe not in California, because California is not as big, but in Florida, where they have their own damn zip code, their own damn post office, their own damn police department, their own damn everything, their own damn government, because they own so much damn land.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that there is a Disney prison.
Well, yeah.
And if there's not, damn it, there should be.
Yes. I agree. In fact, hold on one second. Copy image location. Here, I found a picture of it. Maybe. If I can.
What?
There it is. Got it. There. Disney jail. Right there.
Yeah. Yeah, they look sad.
Yeah, very sad.
They should be sad.
Duck lips are sad. So.
Yeah, I never threatened to blow a place up. I may have jokingly, back when people actually knew Office Space, I will set the building on fire.
Yes.
Put strychnine in the guacamole. That's a lesser known Office Space reference.
Mm-hmm. It's just dumb to go anywhere and threaten anything nowadays. I mean, I don't care whether you head injury, whatever, bad joke, whatever. Okay, like you don't make bomb jokes in line at TSA. All right,
you don't make bomb jokes anywhere.
No, I mean you really don't. It's a horrible thing to do. It's not smart. One, they're not funny. I don't know that I've ever had a bomb joke be funny. Unless it was a comic bombing, and two, it's just in today's society, especially, you're not going to get a laugh. You're going to get thrown in the pokey. All right.
Or you're going to get shot.
Yeah. I do think about that, that there's a lot of people, pulling pranks on folks. These guys that not that long ago we talked about that did the slapping people on the back of the head and running by them, or, you know, the knockout challenge or whatever the heck it is. They're just asking to be shot.
Uh-huh.
Now, Disneyland is supposed to be a gun-free zone, but conceal carry, man, it's going to happen. Somebody's going to get something through. Especially now.
3D printed gun.
Yeah, 3D printed gun. Somebody's going to feel so insecure about their safety that they're going to bring a 3D printed gun into Disney. Or Disney is going to say, hey, we need to start selling guns in the park somehow.
Somebody is going to make a gun that looks like the guns you could buy at the Pirates of the Caribbean ride.
Yeah, Flint and Steel.
But it's going to be real.
Yeah, that's... Oh.
And dear Lord, I may have just given some idiot an idea. See, like, I can't even joke. Like, okay, this is a little screwdriver from one of my sets, right? I could walk around like this and be like, hey, I'll get shot.
Yeah.
Because people will think that it's a button.
It's like the idiots that dress up like bombers on Halloween.
Idiots is that. So, here, let's segue to another idiot.
Yes, this world is full of them.
This one, where did this one happen? This one happened in Connecticut, not too far from where a Jersey person came from. A woman in Connecticut blew her fingers off after mistaking a stick of dynamite for a candle.
Yeah. Well, I did hear a little bit more about this story. Okay. So, now, lest we think that this woman stored her dynamite next to her candles. This was not her dynamite, nor was it her candles. She bought the house, all right, and during a power outage, thought that she remembered someone, a previous owner, maybe even a couple times removed, having left some candles somewhere in the basement, right? So these were not hers, according to reports. Okay,
but it still leads to some stupidity of storing dynamite in a house.
I'm not gonna... Well, and according to the report, it's not a stick of dynamite. It is a high-power firework. They labeled it here as dynamite.
It's a quarter stick of dynamite.
Right, but in reality, because I read a different article, and they said, these are actually fireworks, like, you know, M100s, M80, you know, made to look the same. But
does not matter. This is almost the funniest I found the candle joke since the movie Parenthood.
Yes, it is. It is. But
I'm sorry that she lost her fingers. I'm glad that's all that happened.
Well, and what's interesting is she lit it, set it somewhere, and then went to move it. And that's when it went off and she lost her fingers.
So,
yeah, that's what happened.
So, okay, people, this is because they can be confused with dynamite. We have to ban candles.
Right. I'm sorry, Yankee Candle. You're going to have to go out of business.
Candles must be banned.
Mm-hmm. Or have a lot of warning stickers.
Or be controlled by ATF.
Do we have to be 21 or older now to purchase candles?
Why not?
Yes.
This is how stupid the government is getting. They might as well try and ban candles now.
Walmart has to card everyone who's buying candles. So if you have something that looks like this, all right, it could be.
That's illegal.
Could be dynamite, or it could be a candle.
You're going to have to sign your life away, just like you do for Sudafed. You're going to have to sign your life away.
Am I going to blow up, or
this is not cool? No, God, no, because if this happens live on the air, oh, my God. No. Listen, but see here, this is how stupid our government is getting, all right? And I know we're jumping all over the place right now, but this wasn't on the white sheet either.
No.
The FDA has given the manufacturers of vape products 30 days to come up with a plan to keep them out of the hands of children. Now, when this story ran on the news, Kim looked at me and said, why do the manufacturers of the products need to figure out how to enforce the law? I said, thank you. That is absolutely correct.
Well, I will admit I did not read the article, but I did see a couple of pictures of products, okay? And I did see some questionable marketing campaigns.
Okay, such as?
Like one vape juice was sold in a package that eerily looked like Hubba Bubba.
Okay. as far as the packaging, I totally agree. Don't even try to be cute if it could be interpreted that you're trying to market to children. Don't even try to be cute with it.
I think Joe Camel figured this out.
Okay, like, here. This is the bottle my vape juice comes in.
Oh, that can be construed as a water bottle, Mike.
Oh, well,
kids drink water.
Kids drink water, but it's not like I don't even have one of the older ones I got like on sale. But I understand, like, some of them look all cute, and they have names that are play on, like, instead of Fruit Loops, they'll call it Fruity Loops, and I get it. Bye, Colin. Bye, Mama Blair. Have a safe flight. Have a safe trip. We'll see you when you get back. And make sure you listen to us tomorrow because you're going to at least the last half hour.
Yep.
I totally get it. We don't want to market to them. But what the FDA is asking is, what is your plan to stop your products from getting into the hands of the children? That would be like going to the liquor manufacturers and saying, how are you going to stop underage drinking?
Yeah, it is ridiculous. It is a ridiculous ask. Absolutely ridiculous ask. Because you can't, it's been proven, you can't stop someone from doing something that they truly want to do. All right. And it's also been proven smoking's cool. All right.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I mean, it's leather jacket cool. All right. I mean, we proved it in the 60s. We proved it in the 70s. The 80s, Coke took over, so we can't do that. But, in the 90s, it was cool again. Smoking's cool, Being with the in crowd is cool. But I agree. You should try. You should try. But it's not the government's job to try, It's the parents' job to try.
Oh, of course, it's the parents' job. And, look, I will also agree that there's a particular brand out there that started a movement. It's called Juul, Juul.
Yeah.
That looks like a USB flash drive.
Yeah.
Look, people see this, they know it's a vape. Yeah. They know it's a vape. But if you have a vape that looks like this, oh, no, I'm sorry, this is a flash drive.
It's a lot harder.
This isn't a vape.
It's a lot harder to tell, yeah,
Actually, I got to put that back, because that's actually my Windows recovery flash drive. I don't want to lose that.
You smoke your Windows recovery flash drive?
I got to do something before I get on the air with you. Jesus, man, I need...
What if somebody made a hybrid product that was a flash drive and a vape pen? Like, it charged itself up while you download it, while you backed up your data.
No, don't do that.
That would be horrible.
Please, God, don't do that.
But if you do make it, we want the royalties.
I do kind of want to... I wish that Colin was here, because I wanted to ask him, since he is Mr. Microsoft. So I'm going to ask you, and so we remember that we got to talk about this next when he's back. What the hell is this monthly charge for Windows 7 and Windows 10 that is rumored to be coming around?
Well,
did you read about this?
I have heard rumors for a long time about it, because, everybody knows you don't get something for nothing, right? Okay. And Microsoft gave away the upgrade from 7 to 10.
Right.
Right. So what they're going to stop doing is giving away security patches and giving away, updates, because Windows 10 supposedly is the last major OS that they're going to do. Big OS release that they're going to do. They are just going to continue to patch it, which is why you've had these 4 to 5 gig downloads every 3 or 4 months now. The biggest one being Windows Cumulative Update 1803, which was almost 4.5 gigs.
And broke a lot of stuff.
Yeah, which they had to do a ton of patches afterwards. But think of that as going from Windows 98 to Windows 98 Second Edition, because that's exactly what it was. It was no different than when they did the fall update and the spring update and everything else. Right. They just didn't give it a cutesy name. It was 1803. And so that's what they're going to continue to do. And if you want to continue to get those updates, you're going to have to pay a fee. Basically, you're renting the operating system, because they have figured out, hey, we don't make any money if you buy it once and don't have to buy it anymore, which is why they're also stopping the sale of Microsoft Office. And if you want it, pretty soon, your only option is going to be to subscribe to Office 365 so that they get you for a monthly fee, because the biggest competitor to any Office product has always been the version before. Because why do you need to upgrade Office? Well, only if you needed a particular feature that was brand new, or if you needed to maintain compatibility with the latest version because of other people that you work with. But that doesn't affect 99% of the population because most of them are running the previous version. It was only the enterprise that was really keeping up on the latest version because they all had support contracts.
Right.
That kept them up.
That's what I'm hearing about Windows 7, that they're going to stop patching completely.
They actually have already started to put out, I have a Windows 10 box that has not been patched, all right, because patches have been completely disabled on due to firewall rules, all right, but somehow it got one little thing through, and it basically said, this version of Windows will not be supported after, and it gave a date. I don't remember what it was. But that's what's going to happen. If you do not pay, you won't have access to updates, and you will get a nag message that says you're working on an unsupported version, and you will just get bothered to death until you finally pay.
You know what's going to wind up happening?
They're going to drive people to Linux?
Linux, Chromebooks. The average user will go to a Chromebook.
Well, there's been some developments with Chromebooks actually. There is
or they're going to go to Apple.
Well, Apple is doing it a different way. Apple is saying, "Hey, if you want to stay up to date on our OS, you got to buy new hardware." Because they're just not supporting older hardware. They're just saying, "Screw you! If you have anything older than 2 generations old, you got to buy new if you want to keep." And they're telling all the manufacturers of the apps, all the developers, hey, if you want your app to still be available in the store for continued residuals, you need to update to this patch level or we're going to take you out of the store. So, by inference, they're forcing everyone to keep buying new hardware. Everybody has figured out that there is no money in sell it once. There's only money in subscription services. And I don't disagree with the philosophy because they're right. I mean, you don't pay for your electricity once and then get it for the rest of your life. You pay for it every month that you use it. Right.
Well, okay. So that's a service.
Right. And they're changing
and what they're changing from a software model to a software as a service model.
Exactly. They are changing to SaaS.
But here's the problem with that. The general public will revolt.
Well, the problem is
now here's the thing. If it winds up being like a monthly fee like how Adobe Cloud is now, where if you want to use it, you got to pay every month.
Yep.
People will revolt over that if the price is high.
Yeah.
Well, Office 365
is about $12.50 a month.
Well, maybe less, because I think if you pay a year ahead of time,
then they take like 1 or 2 months off.
Then they take a month off. So we'll say it's $100 for a year.
Yeah, roundabouts. Yeah. And
they're trying to move you to that by including a terabyte
online storage, business Skype, and all these other bells and whistles that you won't use. They're banking on you not using some of that stuff, or they couldn't sell it at that price.
The OneDrive, the 1 terabyte OneDrive, I am actually considering. The way I'm looking at this is if I switch from Dropbox to OneDrive, I'm getting Office 365 for free.
Yes. And
because it's the same price, same storage.
Right. And people that are using cloud services already see that same thing. But what they're banking on is mom and dad who have a PC at home that will never use the 1 terabyte of storage. Because honestly, if all their subscribers used a terabyte of OneDrive storage, they would not have enough. They would not have enough cloud storage to be able to handle that. So, their model right now only works if people don't use all the services that they offer.
Ooh.
So,
breaking news.
Okay.
Roseanne Barr has apparently let the cat out of the bag on how her character meets the demise for the start of the Connors. It's not died in surgery, died from an opioid overdose.
Now, why would she know that? How would she know that? Unless one of the cast members told her.
Well, I honestly, I think it makes perfect sense because the Connors, Roseanne, the Connor, and now the Connors, they've had those messages, those learning type situations. They showed it with the one son about being different. They showed it with the Arab neighbors, and showed acceptance.
Wasn't David addicted in the original series to something?
I want to say that Mark was an alcoholic.
It was Mark. Yeah, Mark was definitely an alcoholic, but I thought that David was addicted to something.
Yeah, Darlene.
Yeah.
But this makes perfect sense because now it will be the teaching moment about addiction. But like you said, how does she know? How would she know that? Somebody tipped her off. And they probably did it on purpose because now people are going to be like, ooh, let's see how they handle this. This is going to be a hard-hitting episode. It's going to be like the first episode of 7 Simple Rules when John Ritter died.
Yeah. Did we talk about the opioid addiction stuff on the last show?
I don't think we did.
Okay. The only thing I'm going to say about that is it is horrible that some people are abusing prescription drugs and or getting them illegally. But whenever you think about legislation like that, just like we think about legislation concerning vape products, all right, you need to think about the responsible people as well.
Yes.
All right. Stop punishing those who are responsibly using the product and or drug or whatever and making it difficult for them to get what in the case of, opioids are needed for them. All right. Here's a great personal story of mine. I don't remember if I told this on the on the show or not. I may have mentioned it in an On the Road Again segment, but I don't know if it ever saw the light of day. So I have massive migraines. All right. I have since I was 12. All right. I am on a preventative, but it doesn't always work. So I have a prescription for an opioid derivative. Okay. The last time I went to go get my prescription filled, because I get a prescription for about 30 pills, and I take them as needed. I only get 30 at a time. That's what my doctor has prescribed, my neurologist, and I've never had a problem with that. I've never had them less than 30 days. They've always lasted me at least 90 days because I don't have a headache every single day. All right. So I get my prescription from my neurologist, which now can't be sent to the pharmacy. Now I have to go pick up a paper prescription from the doctor's office and take it to the pharmacy to get filled, which seems less secure than them electronically sending it to them in my mind. But that's what I'm doing. So I take it and get it delivered. I take it to the pharmacy. I get a call back a little while later going, yeah, we can only give you 7 days worth. 7 pills out of 30 is what they're willing to give me. I'm like, why? This isn't a problem. This is a recurring thing. I get this all the time. Well, we don't see records of you having it in the last 30 days, of getting prescriptions filled within the last 30 days for this. No, it's a take as needed medication. I don't have a migraine every single day, but you're causing me to have one right now. So fill the 30. And they're like, well, unless it's a regularly occurring thing where you're picking up 30 pills every 30 days, our policy is we're only allowed to give you 7 days worth. So I said, okay, so you give me 7 days and then in 7 days I can come back in and get another 7 out of the 30. They're like, no, you have to go get another prescription for that. What? He gave me a prescription for 30 days. They're like, well, do you want us to call the doctor and verify? Hey, I brought a prescription from the doctor's office. You made me hand deliver it in the first place. I'm like, this is ridiculous. You're making it very difficult to get what I have been prescribed to have. I'm like, if you look at my records, it seems like every 4 or 5 months I come in and I get this prescribed. And so they called the doctor's office and they're like, okay, well, we can do it this time, but next time you may have the same problem. Why? So why do I have this?
Okay, so my answer would be, okay, fine. Next time I will come with the prescription and you can call my doctor while I am here to verify it. Please.
I'm just like, why is this an issue? This is from the neurologist, which has always given me the prescription.
And it's like you said, this is because people are abusing the system.
Yeah.
But, look, okay, I get the paper prescription I almost understand. Because I think from a records keeping perspective, it's easier for the pharmacy and the doctor to cover themselves if there is a physical written prescription.
Well, yeah, but
I may not agree with it, but I understand it. Now, as far as limiting, this is not car insurance where if you're not insured for 30 days, then you start over from scratch. Your coverage is left. It should not be that way. If they only wanted to give you 7 pills at a time, but that's out of the 30, and when those 7 are up, almost like they're giving you an allowance.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, maybe. But they were refusing to fill what the doctor prescribed.
Yeah.
That's the part that I don't understand. And when healthcare decisions are made as a business decision, that's a problem.
Yeah.
I have a big problem with that. Now, and it's funny because there's a new TV show coming out, New Amsterdam, where I've
seen the previews for that.
It's kind of the basis of it, that doctors are going to do what's right for the patient, and cost is not going to be the deciding factor anymore. And I'm like, yeah, this is a great utopia.
And I like the line, well, let's do it until they catch on and close us down.
Yeah, okay.
Because that's exactly what would happen. And it would take about a week.
So, my next question would be, was this a policy of just that particular pharmacy, or is it a corporate policy?
I said, well, if you don't want to fill this, I'll take it to another pharmacy. And they said, well, you can try, but our understanding is all the pharmacy chains are adopting the same policy. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me.
That's when you find that one little hometown pharmacist.
So anyway, like I said, I got through that issue, and it will be a while before I have to worry about it again. But, but that's where I'm at, is you're hurting the people that are responsibly using the products and the services, So, and I was actually quite happy because there was a local piece of legislation that came up, and I happened to be in the Capitol listening to the discussion on the floor. And one representative, I don't remember their name, but they actually said, aren't we hurting the patients that aren't abusing the system? Isn't this putting undue stress on those people? And I wanted to just stand there and clap in the press room. I wasn't anywhere near. I was listening to a speaker, but I really wanted to give him an attaboy, because, he seemed like the only person that seemed to give a damn about the good folks, which have to be the majority, have to be the majority. So anyway, I'm off my soapbox now. Let's get on to something fun.
The fact that there's only 2 of us means we don't have games to play.
No, it doesn't. But we can. Halloween is coming up, Mike.
Yes, let's talk about this one.
I think we should talk about this one because, we always talk about slutty women's costumes. All right.
Yes, women, boobies.
Yeah, that is the theme traditionally for Halloween, and it's not us doing it. It is most of the time it's women propagating it on themselves. Who can be the slutty cat or the sexy nurse or, whatever.
And a lot of it is the costume companies as well.
Yeah. So, I was interested because, I'm not a small person. My wife's not a small person. Mike, your wife happens to be one of those rare thin women that is probably naturally thin, so she can probably fit into just about any costume that she wants. But not everybody is that blessed, okay?
And not everybody wants to dress as a slut.
Yeah. So it was interesting when I came across an article that said the 21 best plus-size Halloween costumes. Because I thought, this is cool. I'm always looking. Me personally, last year I had to Google costumes for fat guys. All right. When I was looking for costumes for this charity Halloween trunk or treat thing. So, I don't think women are probably going to Google that same phrase. So I found this article, 21 best plus size Halloween costumes. And I have to question what their definition of plus size is.
So are you going to show these or? Okay.
Yeah. So first one, Edna Mode from The Incredibles and The Incredibles 2. All right. Now we don't know what the body shape of this woman is simply because of the costume. So therefore I say this costume would work for a plus sized woman. Okay. This is a good one.
Okay.
Shuri from Thor Ragnarok is not a plus size costume. All right. This is spandex, lycra, whatever you want to call it. Or this is saying this is from Black Panther, but boy, this looks like the bounty hunter from Thor Ragnarok, doesn't it, Mike?
No, this is the techno chick from Black Panther.
Okay, I get them confused. But anyway, I remember that movie. This wasn't a big person. This was a stick. And
okay, now let's just also be clear. Our definition of plus size.
Yes.
If you truly are a plus size person, you are not going to be wearing anything with spandex.
No,
right?
you don't want tight hugging clothes.
Well, no. Okay, let me rephrase.
No, you may, but you don't want it to accentuate.
So put the thing back up.
Yeah.
Okay. This woman that they're showing, she is not plus sized. I don't think she's plus sized.
No, she's very average.
So what the hell is the definition of plus size?
Yeah, it gets worse.
Please.
So here is Minion. Now this is not a bad costume. Minions were kind of unishape, so this is okay. You know, I'm good with this one. This one would work on a plus size girl. Not that I think this girl is extremely plus size, but this one would work, I think. Dorothy. Now, I've seen fat guys dress up as Dorothy before when they were gender bending the role. Mm-hmm. It's cute when you've got a beard. I don't know how well a big Dorothy would do, but we'll say that even that would work. Maybe. Butterfly, I don't even know who in their right mind would dress up like this.
Well, considering it's under $10 on Amazon, that's who.
Yeah.
Somebody who's...
Now.
Okay. Sansa Stark. Sansa Stark... For those who watch Game of Thrones, the actress who plays Sansa Stark also plays Jean Grey in X-Men Apocalypse. She's younger. She is thin. The character is thin.
Yeah.
That's not to say a plus-size person could not wear the costume. I get it. But again, this woman that they're showing... is not plus size by my definition.
If a plus size person wore this, they'd go, oh, you're a princess or a queen. They wouldn't say you're from Game of Thrones.
They might look at you. This costume could pass off as Princess Fiona.
Yes, possibly.
From Shrek.
Next one. Princess Leia. Now, in what world is the same woman who wore a metal bikini considered someone who's eligible to be put on to a plus-size person?
I guess I'm struggling with this whole thing because I can understand. To me, plus size is not a negative term.
No,
at all.
No.
But I'm looking at this costume here, and I guess in my mind, whether it would work for plus size or not, and I admit this is probably not a good way to think. Would this costume work on someone who's appearing on, I don't know, My 600-Pound Life?
Oh, no, that's what we call an SSBW. SSBBW.
Right. So
super size.
Now, I don't know.
But even a plus-size woman would not wear, a regular plus-size woman would not wear a slit up to her thigh.
Or white spandex.
No, especially with a belt that low. Unless you're pregnant. Next, flapper. Okay, maybe this woman actually has plus size legs, so maybe this would work. But that's just a bad costume. I wouldn't recommend it for anybody. I don't care what size you are.
Agreed.
Belle. I'm not going to recommend that.
I'm not going to recommend it just because I don't like the costume.
No. Tracy Turnblad for
Turnblad.
That's from Hairspray?
Yes.
Okay. That was played by Ricky Lake, right?
In the original one, and then it was played. The part was played by a larger actress in the remake.
Plus size approved.
So
I would say it's okay. I don't know why they didn't bother showing everything. Why do you only show her from the elbows up?
Because it's only the wig. But here's the flip side. You're not going to get somebody built like Natalie Portman wearing this and going as Tracy Turnblad.
No.
Here, see, so it works both ways here, people. Yeah. Works both ways.
Olympic goddess.
Sure.
I would, fine. This is as bad as the bat costume. Don't do this.
Yes, please don't.
Olive oil. Olive oil is a skinny little thing. And no, that outfit not going to work. Plus, nobody's going to know who the hell you are. If they didn't know the Shadow knows, people ain't going to know who Olive Oil is.
Nope.
Retro flight attendant. Okay, this woman is shapely. She is your typical hourglass figure, okay? I would say. Wouldn't you, Mike?
Yes.
I would say like a 50s pinup style shape, I would say.
Yes, and what I would say is if the woman has the confidence to wear it, by all means, go right ahead.
Yes. But you have to be sensitive. You have to be confident. All right. Sailor, Dream Girl, nobody's going to get what you are. Snow White, I guess.
I'm going to put this with the flight attendant. If you're comfortable wearing it.
Yeah. Supergirl. All right. My daughter dressed up as Supergirl last year, and I can tell you most Supergirl outfits have a much lower neckline. All right.
And
this is photoshopped.
And a much higher skirt.
Yes.
Especially in light of the new series on the CW.
Yeah. So, and they do typically have a small waist. So it's not something I would recommend. I don't know any other superheroes.
I feel like we're kind of towing the line on offensive territory here.
We might be. All right. Again, a plus size woman would not have a slit up to her waist. And
Agreed.
That's not an offensive thing. I'm just saying most women, if you got the confidence in your body type, rock it, girl. That's good. But I haven't met too many of those. Broken Doll generic, okay, maybe. And then Minnie Mouse. Any body shape can play Minnie Mouse. It doesn't matter. You can do that one. But overall, in general, I think our agreement is those models were not what we would consider plus sized.
No.
Those models
absolutely not.
Are what I would call average American.
Yes. So Teresa wrote in. I didn't think they would pop up while you were sharing the screen. So, white spandex and a slit's too high. No. Yep. See.
Yeah.
And yeah. So this is my take on it. I want, I don't really care. I'll look stupid in a costume. Mm-hmm. Why? Because my personality, I feel like I can pull off stupid. Mm-hmm. Take that however you want. In fact, on October 28th is the next bingo for the shelter. And it's going to be a spooktacular bingo. So I said, damn it, I got to come up with a costume now. And my first thought was going to be to just buy a generic tornado type costume and pin cats to it and little cat beanie babies or cat faces. And I was going to be a catnado.
I thought you were going to go sharks. I thought you were going to go sharks for a second.
Well, it's for the shelter, so okay. I figured I'd be catnado. But
yep.
But then I said, no, I don't want to do that.
So you could go sandwich board type style on that if you wanted to.
Well, let me see if I found.
The problem is the top is so wide, your arms, you'd be like a football player all night.
Let me see if I can find it real quick. There was
While you look for that, let me tell you the most uncomfortable I was ever during a Halloween party. All right. For two reasons. One, I got there and somebody was wearing the same costume as me, like the exact same costume as me. All right. And two, it was a horrible choice for me to wear as a costume because it was a pimp costume that had the shirt basically unbuttoned to your navel. And I am not a tiny guy. All right. Nor do I have the 6-pack to show off. All right. It's more akin to a pony keg. All right. But so that was the worst I ever felt. And I have sworn since then I would never go shirtless at a Halloween party again, essentially shirtless. So from then on, I have pretty much stuck to Friar Tuck, costume type thing.
So this is kind of what I'm thinking, since I'm going to be the bingo caller.
I am pulling it up.
Because, one, it's cheap. Two, it'll be relatively comfortable.
So you're going with a faux suit?
A faux suit, yes. The spiderweb novelty suit, jacket, and tie.
That is one heck of a look.
The other option is the orange one, the orange comic.
I'm thinking I should. Wow, that is really super expensive. I was, you said you were doing that in October. Actually, prior to the next show, I think maybe might not be. Yeah, prior to the next show, on the 28th, a week from this Friday, I am doing another trivia night.
Really?
For Lee Elementary School here in town, seeing if we can better our raising of over $3,000 for them.
Cool.
So I will be the guest MC and question caller. Celebrity, of course. It's the way we're promoting it, as a celebrity guest appearance.
Of course.
And so of course they offered to pay for me to be there, but I said no, it's for the children. I'll do it out of the goodness of my heart. nothing's too good for the kids. And so, yeah, I'll be there. And autographs, well, free, if you want a picture, though, $1.
Well, I think I told you that in March when we did the Night of Shenanigans for the shelter, which was my first real trivia night, I for the opening prize I taped a hockey picture that I printed out kind of like what they call a hero card.
Okay.
I printed out one of my hockey pictures and autographed it and taped it to the bottom of a chair. And whoever got that got the first prize.
Nice.
And I at first I made it out like that was the prize.
Nice.
So maybe this year, because we're going to do that again in March too. Maybe this year I'll print out a bunch of them, but I'll only autograph one.
Yeah.
And say, okay, I got 10 people out there to get a prize, but whoever's got the autograph.
Yep.
Calling me. Don't be calling me.
So
I'm sure it's spam because the caller ID number is the same as the phone number that's coming up.
Oh yeah, that's a great spam. That's a great spam. Love those.
I made the mistake. Tell you this real story. I made a mistake of filling out one of these things for Quicken Loans. Like, no obligation. Find out what your mortgage payment could be if you refinance. Okay, great. Fill it all out. I get to the end, and it literally says, here's what happens next. Phone starts ringing. We'll be calling you in the next 15 seconds. Oh, piss on you. Sent that shit to voicemail.
Now your phone hasn't stopped ringing, has it?
Well, no. They came up with the payment. First of all, the interest rate that they offered me was 1.25 points higher than what I'm already paying.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that never bodes well for our hero.
No.
Part two was the monthly mortgage payment was more than double what I'm paying now.
Oh, jeez.
Which completely ruins the thought of refinancing.
Yeah.
So I came up yesterday, sent it to voicemail. Came up again, sent it to voicemail. Today it came up. I pick up the phone. I'm like, AT&T Mike speaking. Hi, this is so-and-so from Quicken Loans. I said, let me stop you right there, so-and-so. You told me that my monthly payment would be more than twice what it is now, so there's no point in me refinancing. What's the lowest rate you can give me? Well, we have several programs available, one of which the lowest rate right now is 4.25. I'm paying 3.75, so you can't beat it. Goodbye.
Yep.
That's it.
Oh, yeah.
They call back again, then it becomes harassment. And I will open up Audition, I will turn on the mic, and I will put them on speaker and record it all.
That's when I just start answering 911. What's the emergency?
Yeah, that show's coming back next week.
911?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't watch much TV at all.
Let me tell you something. 911, this is one of those shows that Kim and I watch together when it comes on. Not even DVR, when it comes on.
We have been watching so much of the GAC. And so like Mountain Homes and Beachfront Bargain Hunt and Country Living and Going RV and everything. So yeah, that's what we've been watching. In fact, we had a discussion the other day. We're like, you know what? If Becca moves to another state, or one of the boys moves to another state, or whatever, because if the kids move away from Springfield, all right, after I retire, we're just going to be full-time RVers.
Oh,
we're gonna sell the house. We're gonna boil it down to just what we absolutely need, and we're just gonna travel from kid's house to kid's house to kid's house.
How the hell you gonna get mail, bro?
It's called P.O. Box.
Okay.
Actually, there used to be a service that you could have your mail sent to them. They would scan it in and email it to you, and they would get rid of the junk mail.
That's actually brilliant.
It was a great idea. I don't know if they're actually there anymore. Let's see here. Scan physical mail. Physical mail.
So while you're looking that up, Teresa's wrote in live PD. Yeah, I've seen for that. And you know what? With my luck, I'm going to tune in. And that's when the next OJ is going to happen. I don't want to be nothing to do with that. But 911, we were actually very upset because one of the main characters left. Connie Britton's character left. And the previews come on, and I'm like, I know that face. Jennifer Love Hewitt coming back to TV.
Ooh.
And what the hell was that?
I don't know what that... Oh, that was my browser making noise. All right, so Earth Class Mail, all right, is a service that
Oh, Jesus. That just sounds hippie-ish.
will transform daily piles of mail, checks, invoices, and correspondence into actionable digital documents, automating everything forever. So they have P.O. boxes all over the country that you have your mail. So you pick one, you have your mail sent to it. They automatically scan in mail, deposit checks for you, send everything to you. Let's see here. What's the pricing? I think it's like $20 a month. It's not that much. Holy crap. No, that's a lot more expensive than I thought. All right. So, their cheapest one is $70 a month. Ideal for people who need a non-residential mailing address for small businesses or personal use and occasional processing of physical mail. But you do get unlimited incoming mail, unlimited exterior envelope scans, and 10 interior mail scans. That's weird. And but check deposits are on demand. Wow, that's not what I wanted. I want something that actually does a good job. You're supposed to do everything for me. I don't want to do anything. Just look at my mail. All right, let's see if there's another one. Ooh, click to mail. Snail Mail Me sends letters and postcards for $3. Offers a similar service. It's amazing. You can send physical mail pretty easily. There's all kinds of services that let you type it out and then they will mail it for you. And then there's snail mail.
Scapees? Is that the one you were looking at?
What?
Scapees.
I was looking at
Scapees RV Club mail forwarding service.
Yeah, but I don't. Maybe I want it forwarded. I don't know. Do they forward via email or do they forward via
mail scanning service?
Yeah.
How it works? We receive your mail scanning service rates and categories. Let's see. Category A, all mail type. $95 with a $50 enrollment fee and a $50 postage. Category A forwards all. Category B only forwards mail you specify. Category C forwards only the type of mail you specify, but allows you custom sorting. And the mail scanning option is $10 a month. So it would wind up a lot. But I mean, if you're not paying property taxes and stuff, I guess it kind of.
Yeah. There's another one called Traveling Mailbox for $55 a month. 200 incoming envelopes, 180 page scans per month. 10 mailbox. Come on, stop, recipients. Free mail shredding. That's nice. Free, junk mail filtering, bulk scanning, dedicated fax number, and cloud storage.
Okay, so here, Teresa's got the solution for you.
Why not just set up your address at one of the kids' house, then go do your traveling? Yeah, that's a free option.
So, yeah, Becca, we gave you life.
Yes.
And now you must scan and
forward my email.
All email to me.
All my mail. Yeah.
Packages, Amazon lockers.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's really the only thing I care about is getting my Amazon packages.
Internet, well, you'd either have cellular internet or satellite dish on top of the...
Actually, you'd be surprised. A lot of the RV parks have Wi-Fi now.
Well, yeah.
True. But yeah, no, I'd have wireless. I'd have cellular. But boy, you suck through that stuff fast.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so here's my wireless tale of woe So this past weekend, we did our one real show of the year with BTG, which is Sayreville Day. The town thing where local businesses show up and they have games for the kids and food and everything. So
was it the one aimed at property agents who don't use you as a service?
Well, that was they were there.
Okay.
They were there.
Did you aggressively market towards them?
Oh, no, but I aggressively marketed towards the political candidates that were there. Walked past and the one candidate is like, can I give you some information about our candidates for council? I said, sure. Where do you get your campaign signs and paraphernalia? Not sure, really. I said, well, you want to keep the money in town, don't you? We're local. You should get them from us. And I walked away. Turns out that the guy who is the head of that party is actually also the head of the town athletic association.
Oh.
Which we did a rush order on magnets and pens, magnets for them to sell at Sayreville, which, by the way, I had to design from scratch because they didn't have a suitable format of their...
Yeah.
Okay? But long story short, when he found out that we did the magnets, he was like, yeah, we need promotional products. We need some stuff from you. Mm-hmm. And we wound up getting an order from them.
Woohoo!
So, but yes, we did market to other businesses there. But that's not, I didn't tell you that to tell you that.
Okay.
So, because we thought we were going to be marketing to people and we wanted to show people stuff that we had, instead of bringing actual physical merchandise as samples, I ordered a hotspot from Freedom Pop.
Okay.
All right, $20. Okay. Here's my experience with them. One, the $20 hotspot is no frills internet access.
Yep.
There are no data counters, no nothing on there. Service is somewhat reliable.
I always like my service to be somewhat reliable. It's like
and I say that
control.
I say that because it's on the Sprint network.
Okay.
So if Sprint is bad by you, it's not going to work.
So 90%
let's be clear
of the
about
country.
That.
Yep.
But Sprint works okay around here. So I tested it out here at home, set up the change the SSID and change the login info.
Yeah.
So, and I was getting maybe like 3 to 5 meg downloads, which is acceptable.
Yeah.
That's fine. So then what they don't tell you is because it's shipped with a SIM already installed, it activates the day it ships and thus starts your 14-day trial. It takes 7 days to get to you. So you have a 7-day trial before they charge you.
Yep.
I complained a lot and I threatened to cancel before we even got started. So they credited me for a month.
Okay.
All right. We wound up not even using the damn thing. So I'm going to wind up just deactivating it. But, if you could get by on 500 megs a month, Shag, you could get free service from Freedom Pop. And even then, it's not free because you got to pay for some extras here and there. But
right. Oh, yeah. No. I actually found there's a company out there, because with the streaming stuff that I do, every once in a while I look and see, okay, what are the cellular solutions? Because cellular is expensive when you're talking, high cap. All right. When you're talking about 4G and, either no cap or high cap data throttles, right?
Yeah.
So I was looking and there's a couple of companies out there, one of them in particular that you bought the hotspot, okay? And most of them came with both wireless and wired connections. So you could hook up straight 10100 to it, which was nice. And it came with 4G unlimited bandwidth.
Okay.
Now, granted, they were like $200 a month, but if you look at what you're actually getting, that's a pretty good deal if you're using it a lot. So if I ever did get to that point, that's probably something that I would look at doing. I'm looking at my cell phone right now because I do have tethering on my plan. And so, right now I'm only averaging about, 4 gigs of data a month, and that's between 4 devices. So
wait, what's the tethering limit?
I don't know that there is one actually. There is one. It's got to be, I think it's a percentage of the total can't exceed or something like that of the 20 gig that I have a limit on.
I was going to say, are you on?
I'm not on a legacy plan, but I am on a plan that has been discontinued. Because right now there are 5, 10, and 20 gig plans, and I'm on like a 15, which was discontinued a while ago.
Oh, okay.
So
all right, because I have
But because I have the family data plan, still I am allowed to still tether through my phones. So that's a nice feature. I use it all the time.
I believe I have the unlimited plus plan.
So,
and I know I'm allowed to tether, but I think there's a limit. I want to say it's 5 gigs a month.
Yeah, I think it's yeah. Now, Mike, before we get too far
down, no, I'm sorry. I think it's it's 15 gigabytes. Okay, so
now, Mike,
I need this freaking Freedom Pop thing for. Anyway.
I don't know why you need that. You have the power. I saw that you have given up on Billboard.
Oh my God.
Now, I think we need to talk about this because it's a very important topic. Billboard, as everyone knows, they rank the top musicians in all the different genres. They're responsible for the top 50, top 100. They're the ones that at the end of the year, we get all these different charts that say, hey, these are the most popular of the year, or these are the most influential people that you should be paying attention to. Here's the hot new upcoming artists. They're the ones that we should be believing in, Mike. Why have you lost faith in Billboard?
Because for Best Female Rap Artist, the nominees are Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, heard her on the radio, and Danielle Bregoli.
The Cash Me Outside girl?
Cash Me Outside. How about that? Seriously.
Now, okay. Now, there was an update to this story. Did you see this?
No. What's the update?
There was an update. We're told Bregoli's cover isn't the actual cover. It's a paid advertisement wrap for the issues of the magazine that will hit stands on Friday. So while it might appear Bregoli is the featured artist, it's actually Lil Wayne.
Okay, but she's still nominated.
She's still nominated. Yeah.
This is
Danielle, a.k.a. Bad Baby.
Bad Baby. Because I think her first single is These Hoes, H-E-U-X.
Slated to hit stands Friday, and just a few days shy before Baby's first mixtape. Mixtapes? We did those in the 80s.
Wait a minute. So she doesn't even have anything out?
Yeah.
No. I'm dying now. No.
So it hasn't even been released yet, but already.
That's as bad as this. They have these things called the LA Music Awards. Have you ever heard of them?
No.
Very few people have. But apparently somebody we know was in a band that was nominated for Best Rock Group from... Yeah, I will find...
she goes on tour in October with someone named Lil Yachty. Now, I know we are showing both our race and our age, but Lil Yachty, this is... Now, I saw a YouTube video the other day where they were interviewing tattoo artists, all right? And they asked them what they thought of the trend of SoundCloud rappers with all these face tattoos, which evidently is a thing now, to get all this crap put on your face, all right? This miscellaneous garbage. And, you know, the holy crap. Why do they bother having him look up? He can't see nothing. But yeah, you know, so basically the consensus from all the tattoo artists were, why would you do that? It looks stupid. If you're going to put something, especially on your face. Now, granted, one of the guys talking has his head is shaved except for a little rat tail coming out the back. All right. And he has half of his face in one tattoo. That's the guy talking. And he goes, if you're going to put something on your face, why would you do something stupid like that? The guy is bald except for a little rat tail coming out of his back. All right. That's just crazy.
Here. This was a meme related to it that I saw, and I think you will agree.
Yeah.
Rappers nowadays look like a desk in detention.
Yep, exactly. And that is exactly what they're doing.
You remember when Mike Tyson got his face tattoo and everybody was like, he has lost his damn mind. Now all of a sudden, everybody got to have a face tattoo. I don't get it.
Yeah, let's see here.
I do not get it at all.
Let's see here. SoundCloud rapper face tattoos. Okay, so you end up with people that look like this. That's a real person.
Yep.
That's a real person who did that to their face, you know? And that guy, what's wrong with you? I'm all about expressing your individuality, but there comes a point where, oh my God, this one's great, Mike. This one is awesome. If I can bring up a bigger picture of it. Nope, damn it. That one is not. Let's see here. The evolution of a SoundCloud rapper.
Oh, Lord.
Now that's priceless right there. That one's a good one. And it started with this guy with like Skittles for teeth. You know who I'm talking about, Mike? I don't think it was XXXTentacion. It was some weird. It's this guy right here.
Put his picture up and let me see if I can. That's Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Oh yeah, that guy. Who looked at that guy and said, "Yeah, I want to be like him." You know, and for all of you that are going, oh, you guys are just old and you're out of touch and you don't know what's going on. You're right, and I'm happy that we are. All right, Mike, are you going to get your teeth done in a rainbow of colors?
Only if I drink a lot of Hawaiian Punch.
Yeah, it's not happening to me. All right. My teeth have 2 colors, white and yellow, and it depends on how much I brushed. So, that's the only colors that they're going to be. Maybe black if I eat Oreos. But yeah, it's just.
Okay.
Crazy.
You know what?
All right. We're getting way off track.
Let's.
Is there any? I don't think we got. I would actually want to hear a little bit of her music, her rap that is going to be so great that it's going to get her nominated along with Nicki Minaj and Cardi B. I wonder if there's any chance of it being out there. There is. Let's see if we can get into this. Boy, this is all right, so it sounds like every other overproduced, auto-tuned song out there where they're not really singing. That's exactly what it sounds like.
I had a conversation. Well, not really a conversation. There was some.
We should just call this episode Waldorf and Statler.
It was on. It was on Facebook because I'm still friends with the gentleman who DJ'd our wedding and did drops for our intros, Tony T. Netto. And he posted up there that status said something to the effect of, "I am proud to say I have never played a Cardi B song." And I said, well, truth is, from what I've heard of them, if you've played one, you've played them all.
Yeah.
You guys, I was ashamed to listen back to that episode where it was like the top 10 songs of the year, and I knew Cardi B. I made money, bad and bougie. I made money. That's every Cardi B song right there.
Yeah, it is crazy.
At least like, who was the guy that his plane almost crashed last year? He just won. Oh, no, I can't remember.
Where his plane almost crashed?
His plane after he won like the MTV Music Awards, he was supposed to be flying to London for a festival, and the landing gear got jacked up, so he had to swing around. He had to make an emergency landing.
Don't know.
Oh, find it up.
Travis Pastrana? No. I don't know either. My dogs are going nuts.
Post Malone.
Oh, okay.
At least his stuff kind of sounds like Rockstar. At least stuff that has a different vibe to it, right?
The other day, I got him confused with Austin Mahoney.
Oh, dear Lord.
I'm like, it's the same guy. No, not the same guy.
Yeah, see, okay. So this is how we know we're getting old, all right? So Teresa writes in there, I miss when songs have meaning. You could sing with them like Jimmy Buffett and the Eagles. And yeah, okay. I miss when TV shows had real theme songs.
Like Friends. Friends, I think, was the last. Well, no. Big Bang Theory has a theme song.
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
Friends had a theme song. Did ER have a theme song?
Well,
not really.
ER didn't have like a theme song you'd hear on the radio, but it had a distinctive song that was written as a theme song.
One of the rounds for my trivia nights is usually TV theme song, name that tune.
Yes.
It's impossible to do with today's shows because they just don't have one. Or they have one and the people are so dumb watching the shows, 2 seconds in they have to tell you the name of the show.
Yeah, like Big Bang has a distinct one. The Game of Thrones has a distinctive theme song.
Orange is the New Black has a distinct one.
Yes. Although that was a song before it was a theme song. Before it was
what was the one with the motorcycle?
Sons of Anarchy.
Sons of Anarchy had one. I don't know any other ones that aren't from the 80s.
I mean, Law and Order, I actually have a theme song. I just had dun dun.
Yeah.
You just play that and people are like, ah!
I don't know. All right. Well,
the day before the bingo, I actually am DJing a birthday party, and they want to do trivia. And it's a 60th birthday party. So I said, you know what? I think I can get away with TV theme songs.
Yeah.
I think I can get away with that.
Yes.
Because those folks will know, the theme from MASH. They'll know Barney Miller.
They'll know All in the Family. They'll know, Mama's Family. They'll know,
Although I also got a heads up. Like we're gonna do the sing along.
Okay.
Which went over that by far. The one trivia thing or game that I thought was going to fail miserably at the Night of Shenanigans in March wound up being the best thing we could have done. Where I'll play the song and I'll stop it, and you have to continue singing.
Yeah.
All right. First of all, looks on some of the people's faces when they saw what songs were coming up.
Yeah.
Like we had, you got In Sync, Bye Bye Bye.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I had to do Let It Go.
Yep.
So the one Kim's got video of it. The girl comes up and start playing it. Sometimes the world is. You see the girl just go. One guy was complaining. I tried to do Good Vibrations. He's like, I told you to play something good. Oh, okay. Here, say hello to my little friend, pal.
Yeah.
So what do I play? Do you really want to hurt me? Go ahead. Have fun with that, pal.
I'll tell you what. I would get strung up if I didn't do another round of Under the Covers at this trivia night, because the last one went over so well.
Yeah, see,
it was ridiculous.
The problem I have with Under the Covers, I guess I could do it with a larger crowd, but I'd have to have one person come up and they'd have to guess.
Yeah.
That, to me, worked better when we did events at the shelter where it was a smaller crowd and people could shout out.
Yeah.
When you got a big room, it's a little...
Yeah.
It's a little harder,
you're not actually like trivia.
Right.
Yeah, you're not like write down your answers, bring them up at the end of the round. Like
Right.
Yeah. So I will tell you, one of the rounds I'm going to do is called Talking About My Generation. And it is a totally self-centered round because my daughter got me a box of 80s and 90s trivia questions.
Oh, okay.
And so it's literally going to be questions from my generation. So,
okay.
So if you are in your late 30s, early 40s, you're going to get it right.
Well, the other thing that I did, and I don't know if we talked about this one, to get people up and get them involved, I just had a bunch of A or B choices.
Yeah.
And they come out on the dance floor. If you think A is right, go to this side. Think B is right, go to this side. Wrong, folks, sit down. And we just kind of went until
we play that.
We had one left.
We call that one the up or down game. And we actually charge extra to play it. It's played during our intermission. So we give out like when we do it for the 1,000+ crowd, we actually give out koozies, and we go, okay, if you think it's A, put your hand up. If you think it's B, put your hand down. All right. And then we give the answer. Okay, everybody with your hand down. You're wrong. Sit down. So, and
where do you get these koozies from?
I am not in charge of ordering any of that stuff. All right. And the problem is there's a guy who runs a printing shop that's on the board. So they do order locally.
What's his first name? What's his first name?
I don't know. I'm not on the board. I'm just a guy that comes in and helps.
You find out his name, because Kim actually knows a guy who opened up a store in a mall about an hour from you.
Oh, okay.
That does a lot of stuff like what we do.
Actually.
And he just quit his full-time job to run the store full-time, so.
No, I doubt. I think it's O'Connor Printing that does most of the stuff here for us.
All right, so it's not Fat Dad?
No.
Fat Dad? Okay.
No. But
oh, well.
Anyway. All right.
Anyway.
Before we get to our movie reviews, I want to talk about this new thing from NASA that they're doing to raise money.
Oh, Lord. Yeah.
Now, back in the day, not that long ago, we were getting Jesus burned into toast. We were getting the image of the Mother Teresa on wooden doors.
Thank you, grilled cheeses.
Yes, we were getting all these signs. And was it the Green Dragon Casino or something like Golden Dragon Casino was buying all this stuff up? Wasn't it them who bought the Jesus toaster or something?
That was the.
I thought it was a Golden Dragon Casino that bought all this garbage up. Or something like that.
Golden Palace?
Golden Palace, maybe that was it.
GoldenPalace.com. That was the one that the boxers all painted had on the back of the... Yeah, okay. Anyway.
Virgin Mary grilled cheese sold for $28,000 to goldenpalace.com. Yeah, that's it. All right. So I don't know if they're even still around anymore. Let's see here. Let's see if the domain name is taken or if somebody's just camping on it, giving out spam. No, they're still up and running. goldenpalace.com is an online casino. All right. So we just found another thing. NASA has now created another thing that goldenpalace.com can buy, and that is naming rights on a rocket or a spacecraft. So NASA is going with the idea of actually selling endorsements on their rockets to help subsidize their budget. So pretty soon you could find like the Saturn V M&M rocket. So it could be like NASCAR, Mike. There's a lot of real estate on a rocket.
I was going to say, suddenly it seems very, very, very cheap
to advertise
a NASCAR car.
Yeah.
And actually, wait a second. Was this part of the plot of The Astronaut Farmer? Didn't he sell?
Yes, he did. Actually, he did sell advertising
on the side of his
rocket. Yeah, he did. So, so NASA has usage guidelines for its so-called meatball logo, a blue sphere, stars, and chevron. It can only appear, so blah, 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 but the space agency makes nothing on the sales. NASA would loosen its restrictions. Commercialization and branding could generate significant revenue. Could bring in between $455 million to $1.2 billion a year by participating in all sorts of commercial activities, including selling naming rights, allowing films to be shot in space, and conducting research and hosting tourists. So suddenly we could see, Gravity actually being filmed in space. Didn't they say that it would have been cheaper to film Apollo 13 if they actually launched a rocket than what it was actually to make the movie?
It probably would have been.
And I would have liked to have seen Tom Hanks in space. But I can just see this going badly, though. I can only see this ending in, the Brazzers thruster,
Yeah. Somebody on the local news channel, when they ran this story, said, well, just see it now, the Trojans rocket.
Yeah.
Or the KY rocket.
I mean, because those are the companies that have money to throw away like this.
Honestly, I see Vivid Entertainment being the one, because they're the ones that anytime somebody has a sex tape out there, Vivid's like, we'll give you $1 million to do it and give you $1 million contract. Yep. They got money to throw.
Yeah, you're gonna see the next rocket sponsored by TMZ, Vivid, Brazzers.
Yes, let's go racing. Yes.
So, is the astronaut going to come back, open the hatch after landing, and go, well, I want to thank the Phillips 66, Mountain Dew, PepsiCo, team. They got us back here on Earth, and everything went just fine. We had trouble during re-entry, but the boys in ground control really got us through after the quick tire change.
What about the space suits themselves?
Oh,
no. Okay, let's be real. You know who's going to sponsor the first rocket, right?
Who?
Red Bull.
Oh, it's damn Skippy they are. They've already...
that's going to...
Oh, yeah.
They probably already got somebody camped out on NASA with a blank check.
Yep.
You paint that son of a bitch blue and silver and send it up there. It gives you wings, all right.
Put your ass in orbit. So, all right.
Let's talk about these damn movies.
All right. So we had two movies this evening, and one of them was put on us by Colin. He said that we needed to watch Noises Off, which is normally a no-go because it wasn't on one of the streaming services, Amazon or Netflix. It is available for rent on Amazon if you want to rent it. And then we had another one, which we did random number generator, which was Nature's Call. It was Without a Paddle, Nature's Call, which is the sequel to Without a Paddle, or inspired by Without a Paddle. So, Mike, which one do we want to talk about first?
Let's do Without a Paddle first.
Okay. And I think this is just going to be...
Without a Paddle.
I think this is just going to end up being collaborative because I didn't write anything out for either of these.
Okay.
So, the 2009 movie, Without a Paddle, Nature's Calling. All right. Wilder, Hotter, Nuttier, which we did decide was on Amazon Prime, even though you have to search for it to find it on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, either somehow we got a link that actually like brought us to a hidden page or something, but we did find it on Amazon Prime. I mean,
actually, even when I went through on my Roku and just looked for, when I just went, it found the pay one, but then when I actually did a search, it brought me 2 entries, one of which was Prime and one was not Prime. So I think it's actually listed twice on Amazon.
Might be.
So yeah, Without a Paddle, Nature's Calling. Mike, I'll let you go through your notes because you probably got some notes first.
All right. So the movie starts off and this movie's looking more like an after-school special and less like a movie. All right, because it shows all of the main characters pretty much in high school and how they 20 minutes in, they're talking about the girl disappears. The 2 guys from high school go to find her, and they wind up she's living in the woods, and the people in the bar are talking about this creature. I'm suddenly starting to think that this creature they speak of is actually the girls acting in an M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong way from The Village. And, right. Back is a corker. Oh, bloody hell, this is going to be a corker, isn't it? What the hell is Colin with his British speak knowledge to translate this crap for me, all right? This British guy, who's one of the main characters, haven't used this one in a while, is the dollar store Russell Brand right here. Okay? I never thought I would use this line, not talking about a Kevin Smith movie, but cockstain. Did he just say cockstain? The fuck is a cockstain? I was going to make a joke about the cell service in the woods. But then I actually saw the AT&T logo on the back of this guy's BlackBerry. Yes, I said BlackBerry. Killer Mutant Ninja Squirrels. And ironically, some of the best CGI we've seen in a while. The chicks are all Robinson Crusoe, living in a treehouse, growing strawberries Martian style in their own crap. Ain't no way they ain't lesbians. Earth sisters, or whatever you want to call them. The junk scene, the mud junk scene, WITMF. And Jerry Rice, Hall of Fame NFL star and Dancing with the Stars champion Jerry Rice is in this movie and thinks that squirrel farts are the main cause of global warming. Really now. Canadian hitman. This is the epitome of stupid. Guy's got a scope on his gun, can't hit somebody less than 100 yards away. Look, I'm going to give it a smirk. All right, I don't have that many notes on this because there was a lot of stuff in here that it just wasn't even worth talking about. And the plot was just kind of, very basic, right? It really wasn't a whole lot of a plot. It's not quite a meh because there were some entertainment moments. If you like the movie Role Models, I think you might like this movie. Very similar type of humor. But I don't think I would watch this one again at all. I didn't really like the first one. And somehow this one shows up, and I was more curious what everybody did after this movie because there was nobody I recognized other than Jerry Rice.
Yeah, so I really liked the original Without a Paddle. I thought it was a great movie, and I actually still go back and watch it today. That's one of the ones where if there's nothing on, I'll throw it on and I'll watch it down here. The wife hates it, but my wife hates it. Let me rephrase that for Mama Blair. My wife hates it, but I like it. I think it's funny, and plus it's got Burt Reynolds in it, so why not? In honor of the Bandit. So I actually had kind of high hopes for this offshoot. It's not really a sequel. It was inspired by, and you can definitely see where they got some of the stuff from. I mean, it's best friends from high school going down on a river, get into trouble. They stole the 2 girls living in a treehouse directly from the other movie. The only thing that they didn't take was hairy legs. I could have done without her squatting in the forest, and the tinkle scene, because I really could have done without the tracker figuring out who tinkled in the forest. I didn't need to see that. You could have kept that on the cutting room floor. I kind of knew there was something shady about the British stepbrother, half-brother, whatever in the heck you want to call him, from the beginning. And I kind of also knew that Granny had more money than she was really letting on, But I liked the characters. I thought they were really good. The acting was as good as the script allowed. The townspeople were so over the top that it wasn't even funny. And honestly, I was expecting to see Burt Reynolds in the cabin. I thought maybe he couldn't handle it on the outside from the first movie, and so he'd make another cameo, because that would have been a really cool callback. But no, we get Hal Gore, black brother to Al Gore? How the heck does that work? Who lost Tipper? I thought that the references there were okay. In general, this movie actually wasn't that bad for me. I liked this a heck of a lot better than the next one that we're going to talk about. To the point where, I might watch this again. You never know. So I'm going to probably give this one a smile, just because I didn't think it was too bad. All right. Our next one, the 1992 movie Noises Off, starring a ridiculous ensemble cast. All right. I'll go first, Mike, if that's okay.
Go right ahead.
Carol Burnett, Michael Caine, Denham Elliott, Julia Haggerty, Mary Lou Henner, Mark Lynn Baker, Christopher Reeves, John Renner, John Ritter. Sorry, I'm trying to read if they were huge in the 80s, they were in this movie, is what it came down to. All right. The biggest possible names were in this movie. Or shall I say, this secret recording of people trying to make a play. Because I have not pulled the ripcord on a movie in a long time. But after 30 minutes of watching them try and get through the same 10 minutes worth of play in the movie, because that's what they're doing. They're going through making a play, seeing the same stuff over and over and over and over again. I couldn't stand it anymore. And I said, nope, back to Eureka. I'm going to watch a show I watched 10 times before, because I can't stand this anymore. It's that bad. I just couldn't do it. So it's a did not finish for me. I like everybody in it, but I can't stand this. And I don't know why Colin thought we would like this, because it is horrendous. Maybe the play itself might have made a good movie, but the movie about making a play, being a movie, is horrible, in my opinion. And that's 30 minutes of a long movie. Mike, what's your take?
All right, so let me be clear. I am not typically a fan of anything musical or related to musicals. I even hate when shows do these musical specials where everyone's singing and dancing. So my expectations going into this are very low. Sorry, Blair Clan, but that's the way it is. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, so this is a movie about a play where all the actors are American, but speaking with British accents. Now I'm pretty sure that the Blair child just picked this movie just to get a rise out of me. Not because they thought we were going to like this movie, to see my reaction. Keep watching, people. 16 minutes in. I've never done a timed commentary. 16 minutes in. Is this supposed to be a comedy? Because I'm confused about what the hell I'm watching. 30 minutes in. I'm still trying to figure out what the hell's going on. Other than that, this is just a vehicle to get a young Nicolette Sheridan in her underwear. 45 minutes in. A movie about the making of a play about sardines.
I'm glad to see I didn't miss anything in 15 minutes.
I think I may have gotten it now. 60 minutes in. The pace of the dialogue is far too much like that of the Gilmore Girls, and I can't stand the Gilmore Girls, where it's line, 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 line. An hour and 10 minutes in. Just 10 minutes later. I'm starting to find a little bit of humor about the behind-the-scenes stuff, all right? I appreciate, because they're showing, while the play's going on, everybody's fighting, but they can't speak. Noise is off. Get it? Ha-ha. So now, hour 10 minutes in, I'm starting to be okay with this. Hour 30 minutes, I'm wondering why Colin hates me. I swear to God, I think Colin actually hates me right now because for picking this movie is showing it. No Christmas cards for you now. The final scenes, I swear, would have just been a good skit from Whose Line Is It In anyway. That's it. So puke to Schnikes. I'm not going to give this a puke. Nope, won't do it. Just going to give it a sardine. What rating is that? No freaking idea. figure that out on your own. But it seems like the only rating that would be suitable for this damn thing that's supposed to be a movie. So, yes, sardine.
There you go. I honestly...
Now, I would like to say that when I opened up the suggestion sheet, I'm a little surprised. Colin added his rating of Noises Off.
Oh, did he?
Schneikes McSchneikenson. So, I created a rating lower than puke. Colin apparently has created a rating higher than Schneikes. For this. Let me look. I don't.
Here's the
I don't
sad
get
thing. Here's the sad thing, Mike. IMDb gives this a 7.5 out of 10.
You know what?
7.5 out of 10.
If you're into this kind of skit comedy, and by this kind of look, I've never seen a movie like this ever. No other movie ever, which is not a bad thing, because if I had, I probably would have gouged my eyes out with a spoon. But I could understand how this appeals to some people in an artsy kind of avant-garde kind of way. If you like movies like Little Miss Sunshine or The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou or, things like that, you'll probably like this movie. This movie is kind of like a predecessor for that genre of comedy. But as far as I'm concerned, you can take these all and you can shove them in a bag with a bunch of dicks and eat it all. Because I'm not watching any of them.
This got 61% on Rotten Tomatoes with an 84% audience score. Now, remember, I told you it got a 7.5 out of 10 on IMDb. Without a Paddle, Nature's Calling got a 4 out of 10 on IMDb. 4 out of 10. Now, I'm not here to say that Without a Paddle is in the same range as Caddyshack. But as far as chuckles, guffaws, I had a lot more with Without a Paddle 2 than I had with Noises Off. Oh.
Yeah. Now, I'm sure that they're going to have a good laugh about this.
Oh, yeah.
Because, listen, you got the reaction out of me I think you were expecting to get. You son of a bitch, Cherubic.
He's probably not going to understand why we didn't like it.
You know what? I almost want to go through the list. Like, we pre-selected movies before he left for next week.
Yes, Dead Drift and Play the Game.
Have you watched either one of them yet?
I watched Play the Game. That's why I asked for it to be added.
You watched Play the Game already? Okay.
Yes.
So, I am suggesting that we look through
But we can change. We can change.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're going to change something.
Now, Dead Drift, I'm not sure what it was. It was a random chance.
I want to pick something that's going to piss him off.
Well, I can tell you right now, he's not going to play the game because he's going to say, "Oh, well, it's a real movie, so it shouldn't qualify for our stuff." Oh, let's see here. Control C. Let's see here. What was Dead Drift? Dead Drift was.
You know what?
Cheesy, campy fun. The uptight captain of the ship must travel to Saturn's moon Titan with a bumbling mechanic, a cheeky AI. After arriving at Titan, they survive alien encounter and survive. Yeah, we could change that for sure.
Let's pick.
What is that?
What?
Hick Trek? In the final frontier of space, a ragtag crew of hillbillies, led by the always charming Captain Jerk, must save the universe from an evil race of alien cats, led by a deadly galaxy-hopping cat lady.
Picture.
I just clicked on related videos to the
Oh, dear Lord. It's only 50 minutes! Yes. Yes.
One star.
Yes. Shaggy, we're replacing Dead Drift with this. Yes.
It is done. Horrendous.
Yes.
And you know
absolutely.
You know what? We should test to see if he bothers to listen to the rest of this episode. You and I should think that it's awesome.
Absolutely. Dude. Race of alien cats by a deadly galaxy-hopping cat lady. How can I... Do you really think I'm going to have to fake thinking that this is the greatest movie ever made? Okay?
I cannot believe that it is 50 minutes long. That's one review.
Oh, yes.
This thing is so bad, I wouldn't call it a movie.
Listen,
let's see here.
If I didn't think it would ruin my Amazon ratings...
I just want to get to the content to see how bad...
I would give this 5 stars just to bump this up to 3. We could single-handedly turn this into one of the top-rated movies on Amazon.
Oh, what the hell? This is... Hold on. I'm going to have to put this on for a second. We won't play any sound, Mike, but this is what we're going to be watching. All right. We're watching a movie that has been put into 4x3 with a wood panel background. And that's the engineer for their spaceship, Mike. Oh my goodness. I was looking for, where was the, it's crazy. This is ridiculous. Even for us, this is going to be.
It's just the greatest movie we have ever reviewed. It's by Barnyard Pictures. Dude, we are so. Oh, yes. It's a beer can and road flares. Yes. Greatest movie ever.
Oh, man.
You and I, we're going to have to sync up on this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
If nothing else, we're going to make him think that he watched the wrong movie.
Yes. Oh, man. Yeah.
That's right.
That's what he gets. So, yeah, that ought to be fun. Okie dokie. So, with that said, oh, you have been listening to an incredible edition of PTR Radio.
God, and the bridge is a skull can. It's a skull can with pencils, a beer can, and road flares. This is going to be amazing. This is going to be absolutely amazing.
So, folks, this is, I'd love to say this isn't a typical episode, but it's pretty close. So we hope that you've enjoyed this evening and that you stop by our website, ptrradio.com. Check out this episode. All of our past ones are available. Don't forget to sign up for the podcast, and so that you will never forget to grab an episode. So sign up for social media at PTR Radio on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Don't ruin the surprise. Don't tell Colin what's coming. And, we will have our next double feature movie review for our next show in 2 weeks. So that'll be on the 1st. So come October 1st. So like I said, I will be out and about on the 28th at Lakeside Christian Church doing a charity trivia night for Lee Elementary School. If you are in the Central Illinois area, please feel free to go to lakesidechristian.com/events and sign up your team of 10. It's only $10 a person. Real cheap. Mike, you've got something before the next show too?
Do I? No, I do not.
Okay, it's after the next show that you're going to have something. All right. So, but look for us anywhere. If you see us out, don't be worried about coming up and approaching your stars. We're always willing to say hi. So, and yep. And if you need anything, don't forget to go to our sponsor for this evening for all of your merchandise and production needs. Mike, tell them again how they can get there.
BTGpromotions.com.
That's right. Whether you need flyers, posters, folders, pens, pencils, koozies, whatever your needs are, they can take care of it.
Koozies, backpacks, flying discs, signs, banners, table coverings, flags, you name it, we can do it.
That's right. So go there, check out their stuff. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We will see you guys in 2 weeks. Later.